Yo, what is up guys? Hope y'all are doing well. Stream here, and here is a review of Boruto episode 30. I know I'm a week late, my recording station is not functioning right now, and we're also working on the house, but I still want to do this. So we have a contractor that's working right now in the house, and he's hammering away, so I'm going to try and keep the hammering out, but sorry if I missed it. Alright, so straight to Sarada and Buntan, the main act of the episode. And I want to go straight talking into about the Sharingan, because this is a throwback to Kakashi versus Zabuza in the Hidden Mist, and the original intent of the Sharingan was to be able to copy jutsu, do great genjutsu, and to be able to detect and counter moves, especially in taijutsu fights. And this battle was super good. It was crazy. It felt like a Chunin slash Jonin level fight. It was more of a Chunin fight because Sarada isn't even a Genin yet. This is happening before they're Genin, so you can see how broken these kids are. And for the fight, I found it really enjoyable. And just to be able to see the Sharingan copying jutsu, doing genjutsu, and just throwing it back to how it was originally intended to be, I loved it, and especially because Kakashi's my favorite character. But overall, the fight was really enjoyable. I really liked it, especially with the new twist that they're doing, and like Sarada going for the attack, finding out she's not there. You can see Sarada using her Sharingan for the first time in this fight. All the lightning balls are being struck, and then Sarada is against not one of like the new 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist, but she is against a person that is using one of those 7 swords, and Buntan turned out to be one of the more formidable opponents among the group. And this is a Kunoichi fight, so it's kind of like the opposite of what Kakashi and Zabuza had. But I'm really glad to see that Sarada, using her Sharingan for the first time. She is an Uchiha. She has both eyes as Sharingan. She is a really talented person at a young age. I don't know like as talented as Kakashi, but definitely better than Sasuke at this age and at this level. And keep in mind, Sarada is learning how to use the Sharingan on the go. She was pretty much training on her own, but she did copy a jutsu when she was fighting Boruto about that sequence with the paints that Boruto wanted to use on the Hokage's face. I'm pretty sure she copied his shadow clone jutsu in that moment that allowed her to use it in this fight. But other than that, it does feel like she's using her Sharingan for the first time against an actual enemy with the intent to kill, and she's really learning how to copy jutsu, use her genjutsu, and detect moves over a long period of time, over a long battle, to test her endurance and to test out what the Sharingan is all about. She is an Uchiha, and I'm pretty impressed with her chakra levels. Her chakra levels should be pretty high because she's constantly using the Sharingan, which uses a lot of chakra, and she was able to copy jutsu and use it against Buntan, her opponents. And when they threw it back to genjutsu, like the way that they put in the genjutsu, especially when her and Buntan went head to head, when they were close up at that moment, I knew she was going to use genjutsu at that point. And because of that, that's when she really turned around the fight. And it goes back to the original intent of the use of the Sharingan. And with genjutsu, Itachi really used genjutsu a lot and really well. For the people that have the Sharingan, Kakashi used it a lot when it came to copying jutsu. Itachi used it a lot for when it came to genjutsu, and then Sasuke mainly used it for the Susanoo. Sarada over here is copying jutsu and using genjutsu on the go. She's learning this on the go, and it really helped her in this fight. I don't know if she would have won if she didn't have the Sharingan. And without the Sharingan, Sarada is very smart. She is a strategist, getting it from Sakura and some of Sasuke. And because of the Sharingan, I think that's where she really gets her offensive part. Of course, some from Sakura, but mainly from Sasuke. And it's just a really good combination that she has, because she does have her like One Punch Man move, which I'm surprised that she didn't use it here, but it was a really good execution on her part and a very enjoyable experience. And perception in battle is a very big thing, and being able to twist that perception around, that's what the Sharingan really is. She fooled Buntan twice. One with the shadow clone that she copied from Boruto, the other part with, I guess, the genjutsu clone, or just the genjutsu part of it. And to Buntan, going back, she was really one of the stronger people of the group. I thought the guy with the explosive sword would be strong, but no, he got taken out in one go. But yeah, going back to Buntan, she already knew how to use swords in the way that they were intended, and she is a lightning style user, so it was it was perfect for her. She already knew how to manipulate the swords like as if it was like Shin Uchiha's Mangekyo Sharingan, and that was a really cool ability to find out how the swords work. I just find it annoying how, with my twin swords, Kiba the Fang this, Kiba the Fang that, I am great because of these swords. It just got annoying over the time, but she did put up a really good fight. I guess that was supposed to be intended, but we all know that Sarada is gonna beat her, and it was just a matter of how. She did put Sarada a run for her Sharingan, I guess, And there was this pointless scene about, her childhood and her mother like saying like, I got nothing to lose. And if you think about it, it's really comedic. Oh look, mom, I found the moon through my bucket. Her mother kicks the water bucket, and her childhood is ruined forever. It was just super funny and kind of pointless at the same time. I mean, in Sarada's case, Sasuke almost freaking killed her in the first interaction that she had. So it was pointless, but if you really look at it, it was pretty funny. That sharkfish thing was pretty cool. It was just limiting Sarada to not be in the water. Sarada goes charging in, the full-on offensive, that something that Sasuke would do. And then as she's charging in, she sees the signs and she does the lightning style for the lightning ball thingies, and then the lightning armor. Like it was a really entertaining fight. And with the jutsu were pretty cool. When Sarada started copying the lightning balls and the lightning armor, they were basically both Pikachus at that point. And then to the finish of the battle. So they're battling out. Sarada is copying jutsu, doing genjutsu. You see the story about the bucket and all that. Buntan thinks she wins. She finds out she's under a genjutsu. And then one of my favorite parts was the chemistry lesson that Sarada gives her. She says, "Did you know that running an electrical current above a fixed level in water causes ionization, oxygen, and hydrogen?" Mic drop, explosion, win. Like, boom. Like, it was so cool with the explosive tag. And like she didn't even get caught in a water ball like Kakashi did. Kakashi lost his fight. He got saved by Naruto and Sasuke. Meanwhile, Mitsuki is just hopping around. Like the animation was super fun. I found the animation kind of funny because it looked like he was like in a Super Mario game, just like, yeah, I'm just taking my time hopping from building to building. And I cannot wait to see him in episode 30. Jojo, on the other hand, goes like super savage. Like I wonder how many scars that he actually has, because he's not afraid to get cut. Especially in the movie, he got cut real bad from fighting the Otsutsuki, and in this one he's not afraid to get stabbed by a freaking sewing needle. He's super lucky by not getting hit with the hammer. He blocks the executioner sword attack with the string and cuts it, gets out. He has a regular sword, it gets cut in half. He gets stabbed by the sewing needle on purpose. He goes through the sewing needle, like it just pierces through his shoulder, like, yeah, no pain no gain type of thing. Goes, knocks out the girl, defeats wannabe Zabuza with his broken sword by cutting his headband in half, making him faint. He catches the executioner sword, and I was hoping he would use it on the big dude, but he just points it to the big dude and the big dude just gives up. Like, man, I would really like to see Chojuro using another sword, especially the executioner's blade. Like, oh, that was pretty hype. Out of nowhere, the guy with the explosive sword was about to fight. Iwabe comes in, shows him his secret sword. It legit looks like the same scene in which the second Hokage killed on Uchiha. Like, he's on the left with his sword sticking out. The sword kind of looks the same, and then like, yeah, it's just kind of weird, kind of funny. And yeah, that was Iwabe. Overall conclusion of the episode, I really liked this episode, especially some of the transitions from going fight to fight between Sarada versus Buntan, and then transitioning to Chojuro, and then transitioning to Boruto. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about Boruto because his talking no jutsu is weak, and they're just talking. They fought a little bit, him and Kagura, but it wasn't really that much because they're setting up for episode 30. Pretty much nothing happened. Boruto's talking no jutsu is still weak. And the transitions of the episode between all the different situations that were going on, to Mitsuki hopping buildings and playing Super Mario or whatever, it was actually really good. Like I really liked it. There's still some kinks. Mom kicks bucket, ruins childhood forever, like that type of stuff. Overall, very entertaining episode, action packed. One of the best episodes that Boruto has to offer, especially when it's showcasing Sarada, the Sharingan, and the copy jutsu. Sarada could be the perfect balance between copying jutsu, using genjutsu, and then in the future the Susanoo and the Mangekyo Sharingan. She is going to be a beast in the future, and I'm so excited to see. Sasuke is not around a lot. The person that could help her use the Sharingan the most is Kakashi Sensei, and I really hope that happens because it will take her more towards like the copy ninja route. Kakashi of the Sharingan, maybe it's time for a new copy ninja to arise, Sarada of the Sharingan. That sounds so dope. Sarada Uchiha of the Sharingan. It sounds so cool, and I'm super excited to see what Sarada will do next. If you guys watched or just listened to this, thank you so much. I know this review is a week late, but I'm super excited. I still want to do this, and yeah, thank you so much. Subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, we'll talk next time in the next video. Stream out. Deuces.